Welcome, I'm Bill Fitzpatrick, and this is Real Estate After 50. I say after 50 because it really could be any time. I mean, I'm in my 80th year and I'm still interested in buying real estate, so to me, 50, that sounds like the halfway point. So why would you buy real estate? Well, it's something that you can study, it's something you can be very good at, and it's something you can make quite a bit of money at, and you can become a real estate advisor to people in your family, to people in your neighborhood, friends, How do you do that? Well, it's very easy to study, and now that we have AI, now how do you become an expert on real estate? Well, you have to deal in a small, specific investment area. I usually recommend an area of 25,000. Within an area of 25,000, there's going to be enough houses, stores, condominiums for you to become a real estate investor. So let's just take the simplest thing to do, and it's really smart because if you own a couple of investment condos in your house, well, you're doing very well financially. And then you can pass those on to your kids. I mean, this is how you create generational wealth. More money has been made in real estate than in all other investment combined. So, this is good. Well, how do you do it? Well, you probably already know how to do it because 60% of people own their own houses. So all you're doing is what everyone else does once, you're doing 2 or 3 times. So the mechanics of becoming a real estate investor are, well, you already know. You got to have good credit. You got to have a down payment. You got to talk to the bank and get financing. What do you have to do? So you get pre-qualified. And then the challenge becomes, well, where do you find good deals? Well, in order to find good deals, you have to know what a good deal is. So let's say that you look at an apartment, a condominium complex. Can you go back 40 years, 30 years, 20 years and research values for that condominium complex? What did studio apartments sell for 20 years ago? 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. I mean, this is research that you can do, and then this is knowledge that you can tap into when you're ready to make offers. You can make offers, you can buy these properties, and you can hold on to them for added income, or, you can flip them. I mean, let's say that you're looking at 1-bedroom condominiums that are $200,000. You say, well, it'd be pretty nice to buy one of these for $160,000, 20% under market value. Could you do this? Well, I don't know. Find out. I mean, if you don't do anything, certainly you're not going to find anything. So, you're trying. Why would somebody sell a property? Well, there's lots of reasons. They're sick, or they're relocating. I mean, there could be a lot of reasons. I mean, maybe you're going to be a cash buyer, which you probably are if you're an investor buying a condo like this, and so you're making the process very easy. There's a lot of people who are really terrified by the sales process and don't want strangers coming in and out of their place, and the uncertainty of somebody getting a mortgage. Somebody might offer you a very good deal because you're able to go in there and say, no, listen, I can make this process of selling your condo virtually hassle-free. So they might be willing to give you a good deal. I mean, I have 1,000 videos on YouTube, so there is a lot that you can learn from me on YouTube, and there are thousands of people who are teaching real estate, some of them very, very good, And there's all kinds of books in the library and stuff you can read. Well, what do you want to know about? Well, if you're going to be a real estate investor, you want to know everything. So you start the process going, and, it's a continual learning process. But this is something that you can really use to make money. It can be your side business. You can get into this, and you can, I'm 80 years old and I'm still doing this. So if you're 50, well, you got 30 years to catch up with me. And it's a fun thing to do because it's a learning experience, and, you're learning online, you're researching values, but you're also going out. I mean, I would say if you get into this, you're going to all of the open houses. Most weekends, there are going to be open houses all over your small specific investment area, and you go and you look at those houses. What is a single family house selling for? And, we know that it's important that you know these facts and figures, because we know, that real estate values can change from one area of a town to another, from one street to another street, from one end of a street to another end of the street. In a condominium building, what floor the unit is on. Is it a corner unit? What are the views? What are the noise? I mean, there's all kinds of factors that enter into valuation, and you're going to become the expert. The real estate agents, they're dealing in a very wide geographical area. They're not going to have the expertise that you are. I'm telling you, if you get into this valuation in a small specific investment area, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 6 months, you're not only going to be an expert, you're going to be the expert of value in this small specific investment area. It's like a pot of gold for you to be digging into. So I want to plant this seed, deal in a small specific investment area, become an expert on values in that small specific investment area, and then we're going to take it from there. And, there's a lot more for you to learn from me and from others on the internet. So that's just one little lesson from an 80-year-old person. So let's go and let's keep doing this. I'm Bill Fitzpatrick.